So the owners of this store right here are in FBI custody for allegedly working with a South American robbery crew to sell stolen items.
That sounds like fencing to me. They're not even nice. These are ugly ass rings. I wouldn't buy any of this shit. I wouldn't even steal it.
Some of which were taken from the homes of professional athletes and other wealthy individuals all across America by a gang of Chilean immigrants residing.
They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, they're stealing the rings.
In the U.S. illegally, living out a
so they're criminals and they should be deported. And now people are getting robbed because other people don't really give a fuck that there are illegal immigrants in the fucking city. Weird how that works, huh? It's almost like having mercy upon the villains of this story is literally a crime against the freaking random people. Mercy is a crime upon ourselves, whatever that fucking expression is. You cannot be merciful towards this shit. I'm telling you. Oh, but the poor illegal immigrants, they're just running away from a better life. No, fuck that shit, bro. Literally fuck that shit. Ruthlessness is mercy of the wise. A quote from the Imperium of Man. It's like, it's obvious shit, but justice is a good thing for a good reason. They're illegal immigrants, they're criminals, they're thieves, they're robbing people, and you still have fucking retards protesting that how dare you deport them. Anyway.
Twisted version of the American dream with the alleged help of an American business.
Woo! Interesting.
How you guys doing?
Body camera footage showing 4 Chilean nationals being questioned by authorities last month in Ohio. And in the trunk, a Louis Vuitton bag.
Listen, I know we're not supposed to racially profile here because obviously that's a racist thing to do. But they definitely stole that shit. All right, let's be allegedly, in my opinion, they definitely stole that shit. All right, listen, the illegal immigrants from fucking Chile, they definitely brought their Louis Vuitton bag with them, huh?
Where are you guys headed to today? Orlando? Wrong way. Florida's that way.
Listen, it was a wrong term. Yeah, am I gonna be called racist for that? Listen, racial profiling, obviously, it's the kind of thing that everyone in the world comes together to say that racial profiling bad, but it does work somehow, statistically. So, like, is it really racist? Just saying.
Juan Villar are accused by federal prosecutors of regularly serving as fences for South American theft groups. Their Diamond District pawn shop raided Tuesday.
Someone is trying to break into the house right now. My daughter is there. This is Phil Barrow's house.
Federal prosecutors say
that's crazy. Dude, and there are people defending this shit. And there are people actually defending this shit. Getting, like, heartbroken over the poor illegal immigrants that are raping and stealing from people.
The thieves made off with roughly $300,000 in luxury items.
Oh my
including
God!
Watches, glasses, piles of cash, and Louis Vuitton luggage.
How do they not feel bad for the victims of these burglars? How do you have the empathetic people on the left so empathetic for all of the illegal immigrants, but have zero empathy for the people literally getting robbed? There's no way in the world you can make this make sense.
The alleged gangbang.
And then people call you fucking racist because you want illegal immigrants to get shipped out of the country. They call you a racist. This is wild.
Gangers also posed wearing the NFL stars JB9 and
This is gonna be very exciting when Elon Musk uses his fucking Doge chainsaw to castrate all these people. It's gonna be crazy. That might go too far.
9 chain necklaces.
They come here almost exclusively to commit and engage in criminality.
Weird. The criminals that are criminally entering a country criminally might actually do criminal things in that country criminally. Nah, that's probably a racist thing to say. Poor Selena Gomez. Did you see her cry? That's crazy.
I feel like my privacy has been violated in more ways than one.
It's despicable. Stealing from people is unacceptable. Like, are we going really back to this shit? Dog, this is literally in the top 10. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. All right? Bro, literally in the top 10.
Prosecutors say in their search Tuesday, investigators found large quantities of suspected stolen property here at the pawn shop, as well as from a storage facility in New Jersey. They also found sports memorabilia and power tools that are commonly...
People were protesting saying that they're fine because the jewelry is insured. That's retarded. There's no fucking way that is what the tolerant left is yelling about.
Used to open safes.
These are the individuals that wake up every day with one intention, is to commit as many crimes as possible to make money in any way possible.
Crazy. Migrant gangs are raiding celebrities. Oh my God. But it's okay, because celebrities are rich, says the retards on the fucking left.
So evidence
Not obviously that all people on the left are retards, but the ones that have that opinion are.
links one of the thieves busted robbing a football player's home to a pawn shop in Midtown Manhattan. But what nobody's talking about is this FBI bust reveals a shocking level of cooperation between illegal criminal gangs and New York City businesses that look and appear legitimate.
And that's what we're here for, all right? Listen, illegal immigrants committing crimes, yes, we know that. You know how we know that illegal immigrants tend to generally commit crimes? I know this is going to be a hot take, so I want you to definitely strap down. Buckle in. Do you know my evidence that illegal immigrants tend to commit crimes? Because they're illegal immigrants. This isn't coming from a racist place. They entered the country illegally, which is a crime. People that commit crimes tend to commit more crimes. But this is like the real Los Pollos Hermanos situation. It's crazy. It's in the name, illegal immigrant, that they will probably commit crimes. But the fact that you have these despicable people covering it up, from the New York politicians to the New York businesses, it's gross. And it literally enables them to get away with this more. Dude, all these people, deport all of them. Deport them all.
And with one of these operations taken down right in the heart of Manhattan, you've got to wonder how many other predatory businesses like this are.
These are ugly jewelry. I don't understand. Can they at least show some nice jewelry? Like, these are ugly. These are ugly, bro. I'll be real here.
Are hiding in plain sight, especially when crime statistics show New York City has experienced an astronomical rise in moped-related snatch and grab robberies over the last 2 years.
God,
and
dude. That's weird. An 8,000% spike in moped-involved robberies? Guys, New York is 8,000% fucked right now. I'm just gonna be real here. I'll just be real. The title of this video is clickbait. They're 8,000% fucked. Dude, this is crazy. Hit the high score. 8,000% spike in moped involved. And they're children and shit stealing them. Dude, look at this! What is going on over here? This is New York City? Listen, this isn't coming from a racist place, but dude, the victims of these crimes are suffering. They're suffering. Their lives are being ruined by this. A lot of these people probably made crazy amount of money that they saved as much as they can to finally afford a moped. And then it got stolen by some fucking Chilean gang member that's illegally in the country that for some reason the government, and especially the New York government, tries their best to hide and keep safe. It's despicable. It's honestly gross.
1,000%.
New York needs a Batman.
Rise to be exact, with criminals stealing watches, purses, bags, and other valuables from unsuspecting victims in some of the city's richest neighborhoods. Which happened last summer when thugs approached customers at restaurants, forcing them to put their Rolexes in pillowcases before speeding off without getting caught. But it doesn't stop there. The city also saw a...
Yeah, you know why it doesn't stop there? Because you're a racist if you say that illegal immigrants shouldn't be there. Yeah. Also, welcome to New York City, where you can't fucking carry guns.
Rise in robberies in Central.
Interesting. Up to $3,500 reward for information regarding a robbery. Probably had nothing to do with illegal immigrants.
Central Park and in Midtown by Times Square. And when you combine those with the out-of-control shop...
Now, they all look white. Not trying to racial profile, but yeah. No, they all look like straight white men to me. I look at them and I'm like, yep, that is a straight white man.
Lifting epidemic we're experiencing, a troubling picture starts to emerge of a city flooded with so many illegally stolen items that they're now being sold openly at stores on the side of the street.
That's unbelievable. They fucking have the balls to just sell shit publicly. They sell stolen shit literally on the sidewalk. See, the thing is, I went to America and I lost my absolute shit. I went to America, I went to like a Target, and I couldn't believe it. Everything was locked down. You had to call a Target employee to unlock fucking underwear and deodorant, okay? Everything is locked down because of how common theft is. That's insane.
That brings us to the real reason why this bust is so important. It exposes a highly profitable industry that, when combined with New York's sanctuary city status, acts as a magnet to bring the world's worst criminals to our city, where we not only allow them to hide from the federal government while they live in taxpayer-funded homeless shelters, but also the opportunity to...
Taxpayer-funded homeless shelters funding taxes for illegal immigrants that are stealing from citizens that are paying the taxes. Welcome to the vicious cycle of butt-fuckery.
To be the worst versions of themselves, all thanks to New York's decriminalization of petty theft and assault, which...
Why would they do this? Why would they decriminalize theft? It is incentivizing people to steal. It is absolutely mind-boggling how New York fell off, bro. I lived in New York for a couple of years, a while back. How long ago? Holy shit, a long time ago. I moved to New York when I was 17. I lived there for 3 years. So it's been a while. And It was not this bad.
As you're about to see, has created a pipeline of products stolen from the law-abiding and then sold on the streets of New York in broad daylight.
Dude, listen, that's why the Jews have to dig secret tunnels under the country, because you have to hide from you have to hide the valuables, okay? Listen, in their defense.
This right here is the entrance of the business where this gang was allegedly able to sell off stolen property. And it's right in the heart of Midtown on...
Dude, it's literally just a regular ass store in the middle of the jewelry district, right? It's 73rd West 47th Street. That's the Diamond District in Manhattan. It literally is just the Diamond District. And it's actually actually buying and selling shit from criminals. That's crazy.
47th Street, 6th Avenue, the Diamond District. I got my wife's engagement ring here. Not at this place, at another place nearby.
Nice.
But the point is, this is an area full of legitimate businesses that have been here for decades.
Dude, the Diamond District is so funny because, all right, whatever. I was going to tell you a very personal story that happened to me in the Diamond District, and then I realized I'm not going to tell you that instead. We're going to just keep going.
But hiding in plain sight was apparently a criminal operation of proportions nobody ever imagined.
Prosecutors say the men brokered the sale of countless pieces of stolen merchandise taken from across the United States by South American groups. The two were allegedly the middlemen, buying the loot from the thieves and
this is so wild. It is wild.
Selling it at their store. A customer of the pawn shop.
So what's unbelievable about this is that the store on the upper floors here, they're paying thousands of dollars a month to be right here in the middle of Manhattan.
Yeah, Manhattan's insanely, ridiculously expensive real estate. Like, the rent there is wild because you're literally at the heart of the entire diamond trade. Anyone that wants to buy diamonds in New York goes to the Diamond District in Manhattan. So they go to Manhattan to buy diamonds here. They are literally paying money for this store, and they're getting shit from illegal immigrants that steal them to fund this shit.
But they're selling stolen items from all across the country. But before we get into this wild story about how a gang of foreign criminals was able to break into homes all across America, it's important to understand that this collusion of legitimate businesses and unlawful residents of this country is nothing new in America's largest sanctuary city, which is home to over 400,000 people who are illegally residing in the United States. Which creates a big problem. You've got a massive number of people who can't legally work yet need to feed themselves.
It's like these are such obvious issues that'll happen when you actually fucking bring in, when you don't, deport illegal immigrants. These are like such obvious issues. Yes, someone that's in a country illegally is not legally able to work, but they have to somehow live. So what are they gonna do? They're gonna steal shit. Duh.
Pay rent and buy clothing, creating an opportunity for businesses to prey upon these people or to team up with criminal gangs.
I just know people are gonna call me the alt-right pipeline for doing this video.
And then prey upon the rest of society.
A gang of Chilean migrants are accused of snapping brazen photos after allegedly storming Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow's $7.5 million Ohio mansion. The alleged gangbangers also posed wearing...
Gangbangers? Are we really calling them gangbangers?
The NFL star's JB9 and number 9 chain necklaces. Burrow's girlfriend.
So these guys that were running stolen products up to the 3rd floor of this store right here, they might look like jokers from the photos they posted on social media, but
they robbed celebrities and posted it on social media, and they're not deported. This is clown world.
They knew exactly where they were going, they knew how to get in, and this might not be the first celebrity's home they raided. However, the FBI says that stolen goods...
Dude, what is this? I'm just curious. What's this place called? Big Apple? Just curious. Big Apple Diamond District. We gotta look into this. You gotta see. Just curious. Oh my god, there's so many. Holy shit, there's so many.
Goods from multiple celebrity home invasions were being sold out of this particular business. The full extent to how those items got there has not yet been revealed by prosecutors.
Yeah, no
but
shit.
The thing that's odd about this robbery is that these guys had no problem taking pictures and showing off with all their loot. Either this was their first time committing this sort of crime, or they'd done so many home invasions and successful raids that they figured nothing was gonna happen to them and that they were invincible. And
I mean, I really think that was kind of the case, and to be honest, they kind of are invincible. Like, America's just gonna deport them, and they'll try their best to get back into the country. That's why it's so mind-boggling. Every time people are upset at Trump for wanting deportations, it's like they're actually crazy. You can't have a country without repercussions to non-citizens that are just gonna walk in and ruin your life. Crazy, dude. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane.
The amount of money they were making probably made them feel unstoppable.
Someone is trying to break into the house right now. My daughter is there. This is Joe Burrow's house.
Investigators say the two men are linked to a nationwide burglary ring targeting the homes of high-profile professional athletes. That includes Kansas City Chiefs stars Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, NBA stars.
So what happened here is absolutely wild, and the details are incredibly shocking. Not just how the goods were stolen from this person's home, who did the stealing, and how they were offloaded right here, but this is not the only business in town which apparently has a no questions asked policy when it comes to buying things that walk in the door from people.
Wait, so this is like, they play dumb about it? Like, they know for a fact these fucking shit is stolen, all right? They know it's stolen. They know it's an illegal immigrant that stole it and that's selling it to them. But they don't ask questions. They'll buy it off you for a discount. They just won't ask questions.
People who might be criminals. In fact, everything that can be stolen gets stolen and resold here. You've got bodegas selling stolen food, clothing stores reselling stolen items from places like Macy's. And if you're curious about how these gang members might have met these,
we buy gold, jewelry, diamonds, watches, and coins. Benny's jewelry. It's everywhere. These signs are everywhere. We buy shit. We buy everything, whatever it is. Well, we don't ask questions. If it's stolen, we won't know because we don't ask.
these people, well, there's a whole bunch of stores here that all say...
They all do that. By the way, if you go to the Diamond District in New York, literally every store has a sign saying, we buy gold, jewelry, watches, and stuff like that. Now that I think about it, for a little bit longer, I think it's very likely that they all know that they're buying stolen shit, but they just don't care.
Say they're willing to buy valuables that might be secondhand. These criminals could literally have just gone up and down the block with a briefcase full of stuff, showing it to people until they found a willing accomplice. And the crazy thing is, it looks like...
Or a good price.
Like they would have gotten away with their heist if they hadn't done something really stupid.
Hey, what did they do? How'd they end up getting caught? Like, did they sell, like, actually designer-made shit? Like, no. We robbed Jennifer Lopez's diamond ring that literally says Jennifer Lopez on it, and then we sold, some shit like that. We stole Diddy's necklace. Damn, can't believe we got caught.
Footage showing 4 Chilean nationals being questioned by authorities last month in Ohio.
Where are you guys headed to today? Orlando? Wrong way. Florida's that way.
The man in the front passenger seat wearing a Cincinnati Bengals beanie, Burrow's team, and in the trunk, a Louis Vuitton bag and a shirt from LSU where Burrow played in
a traffic stop. These guys were brought down by bad driving. Their car...
That's crazy. They would have gotten away with it, bro. They would have gotten away with it. Holy shit. Dude, for real, we have got to stop this illegal immigration thing. Like I know that people call Trump racist for this, but they're crazy.
Car was full of stolen belongings, and the officer asked them where they were going, and they said, oh, we're going to Florida. And the officer's like, guys, Florida's that way. And this is crazy. They had $300,000 worth of valuables from this guy's home. The homeowner is signed to a 5-year, $275 million contract, which had a $40 million signing bonus. So he's incredibly wealthy. And apparently his home had security guards.
See, these are some nice diamonds. Finally. The previous jewelry was like dog shit, but these are some good rocks.
There, but these guys got in when the shift changed.
I know a thing or two. I literally, one of my Nugs is Jewish. He has friends that work in the Diamond District. Yes, okay, I do. Shut up. Stop. Listen, it's not a race thing. It's just a coincidence, okay? Shut up.
Revealing an incredibly high level of sophistication to this raid. And apparently they had planned this out in advance. They did not just show up, break the window, and steal whatever they could find, not knowing whose it was. Apparently the authorities found photos of the home in question on their cell phones that were taken prior to the break-in.
Oh my God, they're the worst criminals ever! The craziest thing about these criminals are they don't even really care if they get caught that much because they're just going to end up getting fucking deported and they'll just walk right back in. That was their plan. They have pictures on their phones of the houses that they robbed. It's over. It's literally over.
And then they discovered something else that tied them to the owners of this business right here.
There were 4 men arrested for that, and according to federal prosecutors, one of the defendants, Djinsky, his cell phone is connected to the 2 men who were arrested in that case. So that was the connection to Joe Burrow. They're still trying to sort out all of the victims and identify the property in this case.
Wow, that is way more than some casual relationship.
Yeah,
People
weird.
who ran this business were in direct contact with this gang that was out robbing.
Oh my god, and dude, that's crazy. That's insane. They actually fucking had calls with back and forth. They didn't even have a fence. They were literally on the phone with Chilean gang members, criminals.
Celebrities' homes. And that could mean one of two things. It could mean that the owners of this business have the cell phone numbers of a lot of people who bring them expensive stuff. After all, there's a lot of businesses on this street that have rare and expensive things. And the last thing you want is for your customer to be standing outside your front door with a briefcase full of this stuff in New York City. It would be incredibly bad for business if one of your customers was followed.
These are like unbelievably ugly rings. I don't understand.
And tracked down while making a delivery. And if you're headed to a New York
There's no way a Jew owns that collection. I'm just saying.
a pawn shop or jewelry exchange and you get there and the door's locked, that could be a big problem. So maybe the cell phone connection, not that big of a deal. Or it could mean that these guys were in cahoots.
Bro, this is just DEI Home Alone. Fuck. Hey, Marv. Hey, Marv, let's check the back, Marv.
And they were in contact with these criminals as they were premeditating which homes they were gonna hit.
So the people in this store allegedly worked with the criminals on scoping out who they were gonna rob too? Oh my god! And the funniest thing is, this is like somehow not even surprising. Oh my god.
It up. Only time will tell, however, if a business gets busted reselling knowingly stolen merch, which they may have helped the criminals steal, they could be going away for a long time. But even if they do, as we touched on earlier, the criminal element that is stealing all of this wealth is still going to be out there, which means the opportunity to profit from the sale of all those stolen items will still be there as well, and the opportunity to make money supplying these criminals with the one thing they need to do their dirty work, that's not going anywhere either.
The gun-free zone. Oh my god.
So criminals, gang members, thugs, there's a lot of people like that living in New York right now, and they need to arm themselves to get up in the morning and go about doing what they're here to do, which creates an opportunity for people in possession
Oh my god! You just walk around and you see this crap?
of things that are banned to sell them and make a lot of money.
There's separate bullet holes in the glass.
Opportunity for people in possession of things that are banned to sell them and make a lot of money because they've got a lot of customers who need those things to go about accosting others, stealing, robbing, home invading, etc. And sadly, this criminal opportunity has attracted people to New York who are just the absolute worst of the worst.
Yeah. Imagine, New York is basically saying, we love illegal immigrants, we don't mind if you're criminals, no guns, so don't worry about that shit. Everyone's happy to buy your fucking stolen shit, they'll resell it, it'll be great. Hell yeah. Dude, is that not insane? New York is literally advertising this shit to criminals.
These are some of the worst criminals, suspected Tren de Aragua gang members, allegedly making money selling guns on the streets of the city. But they had no clue they were selling to undercover NYPD officers.
Fucking losers got absolutely clocked.
Police Commissioner.
So in New York, you've got so many criminals that one gang can make money arming other gangs who make money using those things, stealing and exploiting the rest of the city.
This is crazy. There's like a trickle-down economics of criminals in New York City right now. That's how cooked it is. And these people are suing Trump because Trump is being racist. Guys, this is like the actual circle of shit. This is crazy.
And apparently this recent gang bust saw 10 members of the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua all busted for selling weapons. Right. And apparently these criminals had quite an arsenal of fully automatic devices, and they were also in the United States without permission.
Oh, I hear something in my ear. What is that? Oh, is that my inner Democrat saying that these people are just hungry and looking for opportunity? We should let them run free because they're obviously underprivileged people from different societies? Oh no, that wasn't my inner Democrat. That was my inner retard. I get them confused sometimes.
But apparently they were making money supplying New York's growing criminal underworld with the tools of its trade. And they only came here because this is a sanctuary city with soft on crime laws and a defunded police.
Sanctuary cities, guys! Sanctuary cities. It's for the good of the people. They care so much about people, not victims, but you know, anyone that isn't a victim of hate crimes or robberies. Yeah, those guys.
Of course, something that's pretty obvious to see when you look at the statistics around moped crime and how it's exploded here. With snatch and grab robberies in this city going from non-existent to a daily occurrence.
Wow, it's crazy. An 8,000% increase in theft over the last 2 years. How are you going to twist this to blame Trump? How are you going to blame Trump for this? Literally. How? How are you going to blame Trump for something like this?
But apparently, arming an ever-growing population of criminals here locally wasn't enough for these guys, and they were exporting their operations to other states.
Kat says their criminal activity includes other crimes, reaching further than the city. And included Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Texas.
Oh, good. So not only is New York cancer right now, but it's a cancer that's spreading and literally infecting and metastasizing into adjacent communities and cities. Love that.
Florida, Colorado. When confronted during a buy and bust operation, the NYPD says the gang members put up a fight. Still.
So these guys, apparently, they didn't want to go down without a fight. The police knew coming into this that these were violent criminals. But it gets even worse because look at this. One of the guys that they took down has prior arrests for weapon possession.
Bro, they're illegal immigrants, illegally here, arrested in the past, and just let back into the fucking ecosystem? What is going on? It's like actual clown world. And people, no wonder why people voted for Trump. No wonder why Trump has the highest poll numbers of any Republican president in the history of the country. No fucking shit. Catch and release? Dude, like, having mercy on the vicious is being vicious to the innocent.
Now that's incredibly serious. Weapons are no joke here. You're not even allowed to have them in certain parts of town. And if you get caught with an illegal one, that's a felony, which is supposed to come with prison time. Yet this guy somehow still had his freedom. He was living life as a criminal without a care in the world. And what kind of backwards message does that send to people who want to come here?
Dude, New York. This is New York in 2025.
Without a care
Everyone's
in the world.
They're all wearing masks! No. What is happening? Dude, what is going on in New York? What is happening in New York? These people are so fucking brain dead. They're so brain dead. They're literally brain dead.
And what kind of backwards message does that send to people who want to come here and be dangerous? We got signs all over Midtown, where I'm at right now, saying that you can't have weapons, yet when people get caught with them, nothing happens to them. That's why you've got people that are here.
Yeah, it's almost like if you don't enforce laws, no one really cares about the laws. If laws aren't enforced, then who gives a shit about the law? Great question, huh?
You're selling them illegally, and that's why you've got people that are using them to commit crime all over town, and apparently also in other parts of the country where they're invading the homes of wealthy individuals to rob them and then sell whatever they stole on the streets of New York.
Tren de Aragua, or TDA, is a violent gang from Venezuela. On social media, police say they display their criminal enterprise and how they're expanding day by day here in the city.
That's bad, right? We shouldn't definitely catch and release these guys, right guys? Right dudes? Right guys?
Almost exclusively to commit and engage in criminality.
All right.
So there you have it. Gangs, these criminals, they didn't get here by accident. No, they came here because this is the perfect place to do what they want to do. And based on what our country's learned about some of these gangs, like this Tren de Aragua, everyone should have seen this coming. Because this one group in particular, they are human exploiters. It underpins every single crime they're involved in. And asylum seekers in New York City shelters reported being approached by gangs.
Dude. So whenever you see like one of these people with like one of those mats just selling some shit, it's probably just stolen. Yeah, why else would some random person in New York City be selling pliers?
Gang members demanding that they join their gang and start committing crimes.
Shoplifters will be prosecuted, and then they're literally just caught and released.
Saying no would result in someone being branded an outsider, a fate nobody living in a government-funded homeless shelter.
That's so true. That's so true. How are you gonna say no to this? How are you gonna be the one? How are you gonna be the one police officer that doesn't do this shit? You can't. You're gonna be called a racist. It's crazy.
That bans police from entering Watts because in these places the only morals come from the criminals that have taken them over. And of course,
literally, this is like a criminal taking over city.
Of course, these aren't the only criminals that have come here because of what New York City lets people get away with. We've got this theft ring of criminals from Chile who were here to do business and sell things to corrupt establishments that have a legitimate presence in this city. And we know that terror watch list suspects were apprehended at the U.S. southern border over the last few years and then disappeared into the country. This is incredibly frightening. And all of this crime and lawlessness is enabled by sanctuary city policies that bar the police here from cooperating with ICE. And when you stack on top of that,
and the fucking idiots that are running New York prevent the police from working with ICE. They prevent the police from working with the deportation people. That's what they're in court with Trump for now. Why are they trying so badly to ruin the lives of their people? Why? Why is this their goal? to look like they're virtue signaling. They are virtue signaling too close to the sun, bro. And like Icarus, they are gonna fall down to earth.
That our lax justice system, this entire place.
Imagine being a New York City cop wanting to help and not being allowed. This is crazy. It's chaos.
This is just a playground for criminals to learn and perfect a trade they should never be engaged in the first place. What do you think about that? Are New York City's rules the reason we've got budding criminal empires sprouting up all over the place here?
Yeah. That's crazy. I'm shocked. That's crazy and I'm shocked. Anyway, yeah, this was a really good video by Cash Jordan. I'm gonna probably check out more of his stuff. Damn. Like, I am curious to see, because ultimately, things trickle down. The lawmakers at the top are supposed to do their best to protect the citizens of their country and make them thrive and successful and stuff like that. But it is wild. It is wild that New York is actively advocating and covering for these people that are actually committing insane crimes. And they don't care, because somehow for them, identity politics and racism is more important, and values that are more important to be stressed than actually protecting this shit and actually protecting their people. It's mind-blowing to see these actual losers actually get away with this and be elected. Well, anyway, there is fantastic news. The fantastic news is Golden Age of America. ICE is deporting people on the double. Let's go. The circle jerk will not continue. Cryo Trump every 4 years. And people are fed up with this shit. It is so nice to see the pendulum swing. Subscribe for more chaos. God damn it. And I'll see you in the next one. It's going to be funny. All right. Bye, guys. Love y'all. See ya. See ya. Bye-bye. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.